Okay, so this is the palette from the painting I just did. And what I do is whenever I have leftover paint, I don't waste it. I just sort of smear it around with no rhyme or reason onto this palette paper. And then whenever I'm done, the only thing I've done to this one so far is just threw some little yellow lines on there. Whenever I'm done, I just start marking it up, see if I can come up with anything cool. Most of the time I can, because I'm not thinking too much about it. So it's kind of helpful because I'm not stressing out about whether it's going to be exactly what I want. So I honestly like doing this more than I like the painting sometimes. So right now I'm just using the equivalent of a Posca pen. This is a Thule art paint pen. Really love those. This thing's got a lot of different bright colors on it. I love it. Let's see what other Posca pens I can use. I love these big old honking ones. They're so fun. Look at that. That one's not a Posca pen, it's a chalk marker, but when they have those on clearance, I grab them because even though they're not the best, you get a couple of good tries out of it before it goes out on you. I do like to add a little bit of white because this one was mainly just a bunch of colors, real bright, bright colors, and I love it. But and this paper, if you try and like scratch designs into it, will kind of tear because it's real flimsy. So I can't do a ton of that. So I'm like doing little dots because that won't ruin it. And sometimes you can like frame these and sell them. People want them. People just love original art, and that's awesome for us. Okay, so look at this. If that was a Posca pen, I'd be really mad at myself right now. So this must be one of these Crink markers on here because they will ruin a pen whenever you mess with them. They, what do you call it? Like they're water soluble. So I don't want to do that to my, to my pen. We ain't doing that. I'm gonna just put some like actual maybe white paint on here. And since this is the palette paper, I can just use a corner of it for some paint, and it's fine. And I actually have this this squishy brush. Y'all, the older I get, the less words that I think I know. So I'm just putting some white on here in different ways. Like I forget my words. I'm like losing it. I'm only 52. Like, where are my words going? I didn't do drugs. You would think I had done a lot of really hard drugs from how bad my words are disappearing. I don't know. It's hard out here though. But this thing is already really pretty to me. Like it's already getting really pretty. Like this area right here, I just love it already. I'm gonna put a little bit of this bright yellow in here. I love these new Novas I got. I got the smaller jars because they're so dang hard to open. I was getting sick of it. I brought in one of those gloves you have in the kitchen for like whenever a pan is hot or whatever, so that whenever my husband was at work, I could open the paint. But I was like, this is too much like work. It's supposed to be fun. I'm over here breaking a sweat trying to open Nova paint jars. And so I'm just gonna get some of this off of here. I don't want to waste it. Well, that was right in that white I just did. Oopsie. Stuff like that happens. But yeah, these new jars are easier to open because they're the right size for my hands. And it's not as much of a pain and a hassle for me. Maybe one of these because these won't get ruined. This is sort of a watermelon color. I bought it thinking it was orange. Just cracked my knee on the desk. That was fun. Maybe one of these royal blue ones. So it's a little more watermelon than it is orange, but I like this color. And you can run it right through this wet paint. It doesn't matter. You can wipe off the top of it. These things are amazing. So you just can't break them. If you saw how many of these things I have at both houses, like probably 25 at each house, it's out of hand. I'm wildly aware, but you can't make me stop. So these are all in this wet paint. It doesn't even matter. And you can do really cool stuff with it whenever it's in there like that. I'm scared to scratch marks in this paper because it will just rip right up. But it's a cool effect. So what I'll do is I'll take a picture of like the parts of it that I love and just blow it up and mock up a frame for it or whatever. And then I'll probably frame it in like, let me clean off the tip of that, in like a 8x8 square frame. You can get these double matted ones on Amazon for half a nothing, and they are so cute. They're usually white with 2 white double mats in it, and then I do finger paint on this some just because I need a little bit more white, and I don't want to get another brush out. Y'all know I don't be liking to clean brushes, so I am very honest about that. So the painting that I'm doing, this palette, I'm obsessed with that painting. I did a red matte on it, and it turns out they don't really love that, so I'm gonna have to change it. But as soon as I did that, I'm like, I'm doing that for myself. I'm gonna have, even if it has to hang in our home gym, like I'm gonna have something with a cool looking red matte because I love the way that looks. And not everybody's about that, so you know, but I am. I think I'm gonna put a little teeny bit of white up here, and then I'm gonna be done with this because it's got some of the cutest marks in it already. It really, really does. And it was just a palette, and I've been on here for 6 minutes, and it's cute, very cute. So I will take a picture and show you what it looks like. I'll probably have to put it on my social media. I hadn't figured out yet how to put videos and pictures into one video on YouTube, but I'm gonna work on that. All right, everybody, have a good night.